quiet your cell phones. Quiet in the room, please. Quiet in the room, please. Got the head coach, Shawn Gibbs, who'll give us an opening statement, and then we'll open the floor for questions, Coach.
Obviously disappointed. Let another one get away from us. It's not the case of us not finishing the game, but nonetheless, I'm still proud of the way those kids fight. They fight their butts off. They don't ever give up. Just gotta stop killing ourselves. Turnovers in their territory led to 14 points. Self-inflicted wounds. So again, when we get out of our own way, we'll be a much improved team. Any questions?
You talk about the turnovers, but specifically that second fumble kind of looked like a miscommunication between the quarterback and the running back. What did you kind of see that happened there?
I mean, it wasn't a miscommunication so much as it was like a zone read and just bad mesh between those guys. Putting the ball in jeopardy, turned it over.
Coach, we didn't get any points besides Andrew Brown in that first quarter when the backs had touched on that. What was the reason for all of just a long drought of points or offense throughout most of the game outside of Andrew Brown that was the field goals in the first half?
Well, I mean, I think you got to give some credit to South Carolina State. I mean, they got a top-notch defense. It's one of the best defenses in HBCU football. So, we didn't execute the way that we're capable of. We didn't get a lot of movement up front, but we weren't playing no chumps. So they had something to do with it, as well as us. So a combination of them being a really good defensive front and us not executing.
Coach, this team has lost the last 3 games by a touchdown. What do you think has been the biggest difference in closing out games and not being able to close these games out?
Well, it's something different every game. This game was just turnovers. That was the difference in this game. If we don't turn the ball over and we just run it, then I think we'll be fine. And then another touchdown was on explosive play. So it's like a broken record. Keep coming in here and saying the same thing every week. Got to stop explosive plays. Give up an explosive play. Can't turn the ball over. Turn the ball over twice, plus territory. So, kids are playing hard, but we got to find a way to get the message. Can't allow explosive plays. Can't turn the football over if you're trying to win football games, especially against a good football team.
Coach Gibbs, Antonio Mattocks, the NC registered. Talked about how you guys only had field points from field goals, but we had some momentum early in the game. Can you talk about just how much it matters to finish those drives with touchdowns rather than field goals?
Well, I mean, offensively, that's what you want to do, but a 55-yard field goal, that's not in scoring territory. That's for most people, that's out of the way. But we got a great kicker, so we were able to capitalize on some of those points. But every offensive drive, we want it to end in a touchdown. But with the flow of the game, I felt like we had control of it, so I wasn't satisfied with only kicking field goals. But I wasn't disappointed either. I thought it was the right time, and Andrew made some big kicks, and went into the half with 9-point lead. Just wasn't able to finish. If we'd continue playing like we did in the first half, we'd be celebrating.
Coach, how frustrating is it to see turnovers in your own territory that led to those 14 points?
Extremely frustrating. It's something we work on every day. We have periods designated to ball security, not some of the time. Not every other day, literally every single day we work on that. So for us to turn the ball over every time we do it, it's deflating. And then to do it in their territory, it's just we gotta find a way not to do that.
Coach Gibbs, even though you lost last week, the team undoubtedly took some major steps in their growth. With this loss this week, do you think that they continue to make strides with their growth and development while we're not?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think I'm seeing improvement. Of course, it's not at the clip that we all wanted, but I've seen them getting better. You know, there's a lot of fight in these kids. The issue is it's still the culture, and what I mean by that is when I say how you do anything is how you do everything, that's honestly what I believe. So how we take the field, how we get off the field, how we clean up the locker room, how we jog off the field in practice, the energy we have at the start of practice, all of that stuff matters. And until we can get all those little things corrected, until everybody in the program starts believing and understanding that's what we got to do, then we'll continue getting this result. So, you know, we either got to get it fixed or we got to find some people that can understand what we're trying to get done here.
After last week's loss, you mentioned that you noticed the team got a little complacent in the locker room and just looked a little bit too relaxed. Was that something that you saw was improved this time around, or was it kind of the same?
No, I thought it was improved because, you know, we always talk about winning the middle eight. So we were able to score at the end of the first half. And then, you know, the first drive we were able to force a punt by them. So, you know, I thought we came out the right way. The execution wasn't there, but I don't think they came out relaxed. You know, we ended up, you know, giving up an explosive, but it wasn't because they were relaxed. You know, it was more, you know, just not communicating, not being on the same page. So, you know, again, you know, that's something else that we did improve on. So it's just like every week we just got to continue trying to get better and learning from our mistakes. We've done some of that, but you know, the same stuff keeps rearing its ugly head. The explosives, and you know, it was really only one today. Now they had a couple other opportunities, but they didn't capitalize on it through the air. But you know, really just one explosive and 2 turnovers. So you take 3 plays out of the game, and you know we're celebrating homecoming. 3 plays, but that's what I keep saying. Every play matters. Everything matters. When we start understanding that, we'll get a whole lot better as a program.
Coach, earlier this week you talked about how this is like some of the best practices you've seen